Hey everyone, this is an update to a video I did last year for the 2017 ICD-10-CM coding manual. This is the how to tab out your 2018 ICD-10-CM coding manual video. So basically the same thing. If you watched the video last year, I did the same thing that I did last year again this year because I am definitely a creature of habit and I always end up tabbing out my manuals the same way. So first thing first, I will show you. I use a label maker. You can use whatever label maker you want. This just happened to be one that I got on sale. I picked up on sale on a Black Friday a couple years ago. Best 10 bucks I've ever spent. I have labeled many manuals with it over the last couple of years. And then the other thing that I use is these Post-it note tabs, and they are the ones that are a little bit more durable. They're a little bit more plasticky, I guess, if that's even a word. But you can kind of hear that they're a little bit more rigid than, say, the Post-it flags are. So I like to use the filing tabs. You can get them in a whole bunch of different colors. I usually try to pick them up when they are on clearance in the back to school time. So once the back to school rush is over, I kind of hit Target and go look for them and pick them up in a bunch of different sizes because I know I'm going to use them throughout the year. Yeah, so to tab out the manuals, like I said, pick up all of those other ones. There's even some cute little pattern ones if you want to pick those up. So you can get whatever tabs you want. You can also use just regular Post-it notes. You can use these flags. I just feel like they do not hold up as well. Yeah, the Post-it flags, I feel like they kind of get bent pretty easily and creased, and then your manual just doesn't look very good after, you know, being toted around for a little bit. I make these videos for students who take my coding classes, so their manuals are in backpacks a lot for, you know, a semester or two or three. So by the time they are done with them, you know, they can get pretty beat up. So anyway, yes, Post-it flags I suggest. So to the manual itself, I am a fan of these Optum 360 manuals. I like them because they are well color-coded, which makes looking up codes just a little bit easier. And I like the layout. I also like that in the last couple of years they have made them spiral bound, which is really nice if you order the Expert Edition. I'm not sure about the other ones. I think a couple of the other ones may still be bound format, but the Expert Edition for the last 2 years has been in spiral bound format, and that's really nice. So to tab out the manual, basically what I do is I print out a label with a label maker for each section of the manual, and I will show you here. So each section of the manual, I put the code range on, I affix the label then to one of those tabs, and then I just basically go through and stick them to the appropriate section. And that's it. Now, one thing I do is after I've completed a whole row, I will go through with the second row and kind of stagger them between. Oops, let me make this so you can see it. I will go through and stagger these back here in these other rows between, so that when you put the book up on end, it's a little bit easier to see all of them kind of hidden, even the ones that are kind of hidden in back there. So I do all of the sections, and then at the top I do the neoplasm table, and then the drugs and chemical table, and then the V codes, which are those external cause for injury codes. So I stick those up there as well, and that's pretty much it. Now, you can do this a number of ways. I do not tab out the index. I have seen students, I've had students in the past who have used these tiny little 1-inch tabs, and they have went through and tabbed out their entire index. I don't do that. That's I feel like an unnecessary expense as long as you know how to alphabetize. But if you want to do that, you are more than welcome to put the time and expense into it if you would like to. I also do not tab out the anatomical charts and pictures that are located in the back of the book, because I know they're back there. I know I can reference them if I need to, and so I don't tab that section out either. Lastly, I also choose not to tab out the appendix in the back, because like I said, I know it's back there, so if I need to get to it, I can just flip to the back. So that's basically it. There's not a whole lot to it. It's just trying to kind of make it a little bit easier to use. I like to have the books tabbed out on the side, and I do this every year for every coding manual. I get 3 new coding manuals every year, and every year for all 3 coding manuals I do the same process. And I do that because once I look up an item in the index, I want to be able to very quickly identify the section based on the tabs on the side, and so I feel like this process just makes it a little bit easier. Anyway, that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them for you. Thanks.